Oh yeah, we opened a Mox Sapphire, and there's a Lion's Eye Diamond in the pack, which we could totally wheel. We're gonna take the Mox. What else is good in this pack? I love Basalt Monolith. Elspeth is great. Mindslaver is very frequently just like 10 mana win the game. And then, yeah, this pack's actually really solid, so we're gonna wheel some good stuff, but... Alright, well, I think we got the two best Mox in back-to-back, so that's a good start. Mox Diamond I would also like, but I'm not complaining here. Follow that up. Ooh. Okay, so we have some decisions now. Karn is actually kind of great with these two Mox in because he's like a pretty good win condition because he makes Karnstructs, I think is the official name now, which are artifact creatures that basically have power toughness equal to the number of artifacts. So we could go like turn 2 Karn, make a 3/3, then make a 4/4. That seems good. He might wheel, and with 2 Mox in, Time Spiral is also pretty luring. The ability of untapping lands gets worse when you have Mox in, but the ability to cast Time Spiral goes up. I'm going to take... We could also take Lotus Bloom and just have all the fast mana. I think I'm going to take Time Spiral. I think it's just a very powerful card. Okay. So, Goblin Welder would have been great if we had Lotus Bloom, because you can like sacrifice a Mox and they bring back Lotus Bloom, and that's just a great way. It's basically Black Lotus at that point. There's Umezawa's Jite, which I do call Jit sometimes, but it's okay. Wait. Oh, that's blood. Okay, I was like, why are there dots on the moon? That's kind of gross. And then, not much else. I'm going to take Mana Flare because Mana Flare Time Spiral is so sweet. I just can't get myself away from that combo. If you have 6 mana, you play Mana Flare, cast Time Spiral, you untap with 12 mana. That's pretty good. What do we got? We got Past in Flames, Noble Hierarch, Frost Titan, and Crisis. So Past in Flames is so much worse than Yawgmoth's Will. It doesn't get back like Black Lotus and all that stuff, but it is still okay. I just feel like it's not... Let's see, what does that card even get back for us? You can Past in Flames and get back like some red rituals, High Tide Turnabout. So if we go like blue-red specifically, that would be really good. And we're just missing out on Noble Hierarch. I'm going to speculate on Past in Flames and just see where we can go off of that. Because I think some people could think this is like a sign that Storm is open. And basically I just want to pass no signals. Here we can take Bloodstained Mire just for better mana down the road. None of these cards are particularly impressive to me. I mean, Plow Under's good, but we're trying to do some dirty things. So we have... None of these packs have been amazing, I'm going to be honest. There's Duretti, Wandering Fumarole. Liliana's Triumph is kind of good. So Duretti gives us an out to be like also an artifact-centric deck. And Wandering Fumarole is just good fixing for like the blue-red thing. I don't know what's better. There was Mindslaver in the next pack. It probably doesn't wheel because Mindslaver is great. Ephemeral is just pretty bad, so I'm going to speculate on Duretti. Okay, well, we got Seething Song, so pretty happy with Seething Song. Probably the best card to get back with Past in Flames. All the other red rituals only generate 1 mana because they cost 2 and add 3. This one costs 3 and add 5, so it's plus 2 mana. So it's like Dark Ritual, but worse because it costs 3. So we're going to take that, and... Oh, okay, guys. We did it. Storm's open. LED went all the way around the table. Now we can do all the fun stuff. I want to try and stay blue-red as much as possible. So I'm going to take a Braid. I know Devoted Druid can give us some mana, but I'm going to take a Braid because it actually is good. Wow. Oh, man. Lotus Bloom and Dark Petition are both very solid. I think I'm going to take the Bloom. Like I said, I want to try and stay blue-red. And Bloom is great mana. Wow, Goblin Welder? Okay. And we have Duretti. Okay, now this is actually going really sweet. Sure, Plow Under. Okay, now I'm super happy. We could be like Mono Red Storm. Is that an archetype? I don't actually know if that's a thing, but like Goblin Welder with Lotus Bloom and LED can generate tons of mana. Sure. Yeah, this is going to be very exciting in the next couple of packs. Karn didn't wheel, but pretty happy to have Time Spiral in our deck. Okay, so now what do we want? There is Time Warp, which is significantly worse than Time Walk, but it's really good if you get 1,000 Year Storm. There's Jace Beleren. Jace is okay. He draws us a bunch of cards. but does not generate so much. Yeah, he draws us like maybe 1 or 2 cards. He does keep you alive. Gilded Lotus I kind of like in the artifact theme deck. Like discarding a Lotus and then bringing it back with a Goblin Welder seems kind of sweet. So I'm going to take Gilded Lotus here. Following that up with Faithless Looting. Ooh. So looting's really good in Storm. Fills up your graveyard for like Past in Flames. If we can find a Yawgmoth's Will LED, this is basically just red draw 2. Because your graveyard you can also cast off Yawgmoth's Will. It's in red, so we can use stuff like Seething Song to flash it back, and we can like do the sick play of like turn 1 Faithless Looting, Goblin Welder, turning a Mox Jet into a Gilded Lotus. I'm on board with that. This deck is looking real spice. Ooh, Chandra? Chandra's kind of good. Chandra adds mana. She is red. There's also just Impulse and Mana Confluence. I like Crucible actually, but we don't have that many discard outlets just yet. Because Crucible is good with like Faithless Looting. You discard 2 lands and then start playing them. She draws cards and adds mana, which is kind of all mono red wants to do. But if we like Chandra plus and hit Time Spiral, that's so bad. Whereas Impulse just finds good stuff. I think I'm going to take the Impulse. It's a lot better with Past in Flames. I don't know. I could see that pick going either way though. Okay, so Polluted Delta doesn't do much. Honestly, I feel like we kind of just want Manamorphose. It lets us convert red to blue, so it's really good with Seething Song. We already have Past in Flames to like flash it back. And if we can find Goblin Electromancer, which is in blue-red, then that just gets a lot better. Right now, Snappy can get not very much, so I'm not in love with Snap. And I think Polluted Delta would be the next best pick. But honestly, this card also fixes our mana, so it is very powerful. Ooh, Frantic Search, Dark Ritual. I think I gotta take Frantic Search here because we have Mana Flare. So like turn 3 Mana Flare and then you can go like Frantic Search generates 3 mana, which is so powerful. I do also love Dark Ritual and that is pretty good with Past in Flames. But Frantic Search also enables Goblin Welder, so I'm kind of on board with that. Oh, there he is, the Electroman himself. Okay, this deck is kind of nuts. What do we like, Goblin? Oh, whoa, no! Oh my gosh. This card would actually be really good in the deck because we have so many red spells that we can almost certainly end up triggering it, but that's the most likely to come around. Memory Jar Goblin Welder is like a very good way to generate a ton of mana. And then Volcanic Island is like literally the land we want in our deck. Also, yeah, this pack it's very unfortunate that all these cards are in the same pack. I think we have 1 draw 7 right now. Oh, this is so hard. I'm going to take Memory Jar just because of all the synergies. Yep, there's 1,000 Year Storm. So I wanted that whole pack. I don't know. I couldn't fault anyone for taking something else. I think maybe it should have been Volcanic, but I'm going to take the TYS. We have... Actually, Frantic Search TYS is also pretty good. So I'm kind of happy with that. And this Duretti... Ultimate's kind of quick. Beaumont Courier is interesting. Maybe I'll take a Beaumont. It is a red artifact that can just sacrifice itself, but you have to pay the minor cost of discarding your hand. It's a major cost. That's the joke. Okay, so Incinerate gives us a win con off 1,000 Year Storm. Now I take Bazaar maybe? Doubt I'll play it. Okay, Burst Lightning is pretty good. Ooh. Don't want Dark Confidant. I'm going to take Recruiter, actually. Banefire or Goblin Guide. Banefire is a kind of cool... Oh, we got it! Okay. I think I do want Recruiter now, because Recruiter for Electromancer or Steamkin or Goblin Welder actually seems kind of good. Okay, this deck is something else. I think I like... Let's see, Trinket Mage. We don't have Yawgmoth's Will. I don't think I've seen it, but honestly... We might not even need it. Trinket Mage grabs that. Sheldock Isle is also very powerful. I kind of like taking Sheldock and trying to wield Trinket Mage. Oh, we could also take a Dimir Signet. I don't like Beaumont. Because Signet gives us more targets for Welder. Because right now we just have the 2 Mox in. And I guess LED Lotus Bloom. No, I'm going to take Sheldock. This deck can get its library down very quickly. Oh, my favorite card in the whole cube. It's been a while, Strip Mine, but we will come back. I think probably this deck just wants Mind's Desire. Mind's Desire into Thousand Year Storm. You may play the card. Yeah, that works, I think. So you play Mind's Desire, hit Thousand Year Storm, play Thousand Year Storm, and then hit an Incinerate or something. We'll take that. Thran Dynamo. Brain Freeze is not the greatest Storm win con. In fact, we probably don't even need it. I kind of like Thran Dynamo. We need big mana if we're going to do stuff like cast Thousand Year Storm. Thran Dynamo is another good card to get back off Goblin Welder. And honestly, if Storm is as open as it was in the prior packs, it should come around. Ooh. Oh, this is kind of tough. So we could do like Goblin Welder Sundering Titan stuff as like an alternate win condition. Or I can just take Phyrexian Metamorph and try and like copy our Gilded Lotus. I don't really need Chain Lightning because we already have Burst Lightning. This is kind of tough. I think it's basically these two are the options. And Sundering Titan, Goblin Welder already can just win games. But Metamorph Goblin Welder can basically copy any creature in play. We could get like more Steamkins and Electromancers. I don't know what's better. I think I'm going to take Metamorph because it helps us in both the Storm deck and the Artifact deck, whereas Sundering Titan is only good in the Artifact deck. How many artifacts do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Metalworker generates some mana, but not a ton. We could take Charter Course because that is also a way to put artifacts in the graveyard. And we have a couple creatures who can attack. I'm okay with Charter Course. And honestly, Metalworker might come around. Ooh. Okay, well now I feel pretty bad for taking... What did I take? I took Memory Jar instead of Volcanic, because Volcanic would be very good right about now. I don't even know if I want Wheel of Fortune because it could just deck us. Because right now we have Wheel of Fortune, Memory Jar. I guess Time Spiral reshuffles. So we could just mulligan to hit like, yeah, and the Moxen plus LED Wheel of Fortune gets better. Alright, I'll take it. I'm not guaranteed to play it, but it is interesting. So Spellseeker... Expansion Explosion. Expansion's really good with Thousand Year Storm. Spellseeker can grab Incinerate, Impulse. I don't even know if I'm running a Braid. I think I want my burn spells to hit face. I think I'd rather just have this. Badlands, Cabal Ritual. Wow, so no Yawgmoth's Will. Honestly, if I could take both Badlands and Cabal Ritual, I probably would. Because this deck can probably hit Threshold. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3 black sources right now, which is not many. And I highly doubt Dark Ritual's coming around. I'm going to take the Badlands. I think... Oh, I could have taken Lava Claw. Yeah, that was kind of bad, I think. But here we can just pick up Trinket Mage. I'm not going to play Vortex or Wildfire. There's a young Pyromancer. Brain Freeze came around. Well, now we can just deck our opponents very easily. Brain Freeze plus Wheel of Fortune and Memory Jar makes it like pretty easy. There's a Taiga. I'm not playing any of these, so Abbott. Oh wait, we wield the Metalworker. All right, I won't say no to that. And a Shrine. This deck is so weird, but I love it. Okay, so no Badlands. Our mana is really bad. What did I take over Volcanic? I think Memory Jar is pretty good though. Yeah, I mean we barely have any blue cards. And our red requirements aren't that strong either. We're mostly colorless to be honest. So these two are lands. Also Sheldock Isle with both Memory Jar and Wheel of Fortune is really likely to trigger. So I'm going to put these two up here. I'm going to count these as spells I think. So we need to make quite a few cuts. I'm not in love with Impulse, but it does make the Thousand Year Storm better. I could see cutting these because, I don't know, we already have 2 burn spells with TYS. So like that or Brain Freeze I think are a fine win con. And I think two burn spells are good. Because that makes sure, you know, if we use 1 to kill an early creature, we still have a way to win the game. Metamorph, Seething Song. I do like Mana Flare, I think, because of Time Spiral Frantic Search. And Duretti really only gets back Memory Jar. And I guess Lotus Bloom and LED are 2 reasons to do that. Alright, I'm going to make some cuts and then come back once I've kind of thought about it for a second. So here's the configuration I think I'm going to go with. I decided Mana Flare is a little suspect, so I'll cite it in against decks that are really aggressive, like maybe mono red, it'd be good, or like white decks, or maybe control it would be good against. But in general, I think this effect is just worse than everything else we got going on. Like, I like it, but we just have so many good cards. Like, playing Thran Dynamo probably generates similar amounts of mana as playing a turn 3 Mana Flare would. The only card that makes it better is Time Spiral, but we don't really need, like, if we're casting Time Spiral, we're probably going to win the game anyway, so not really that worried about that. And then I cut Doretti. He doesn't seem super necessary. We already have Goblin Welder, which is way cheaper. And basically Goblin Welder's whole plan is just to like turn stuff into Gilded Lotus or get back Memory Jar a bunch of times. The only card I'm not sure about, and I could maybe want to have in the deck, would be like an Expansion Explosion, because we can use that to copy. Let's see, what can we copy with this? So we can copy Wheel of Fortune and mill everyone for 14. That's kind of funny. I wish I had a way, like an Eldrazi or something, so I wouldn't deck. So we can mill people for 14. Double Frantic Search generates a mana. Double Seething Song generates a bunch of mana. No, I think, let's see, how many red spells do I have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe this card's actually not that great. We have to cast 3 red spells, and then this adds a Lotus. But it is a creature that can be killed. Basically, I think the only consideration here is Steamkin versus Expansion Explosion. This does give us like a pretty... Maybe this is better, because if we just have a bunch of mana like Dynamo and Lotus and no card draw, this is a way to get our card draw back. And if we have a bunch of spells in hand, then this can be used to like generate more mana. I'm going to try this Steamkin. Talk myself out of it. I've never tried this in Storm. Maybe it's bad, but I'll only know if I play it. See you guys round 1. Hello, welcome to round 1. Let's keep. So, I don't know. I'm kind of like thinking we might just be aggro brain freezing people. Mother of Runes is fine with me. Either we draw a burn spell this turn, or we just never have to burn them. Manamorphose, okay. I'm going to start off on Mountain. Make them think I could have burn. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that we might just be aggro brain freezing people, and then just winning off of like, what? Opponent knows the secrets. Winning off of, you know, Memory Jar, Wheel of Fortune, and all that. Okay, I'm gonna play Island. So maybe I should have led on Island. One reason is that Strip Mine on Mountain would have kind of gotten us there. Legion's Landing, okay. If they're just gonna port though, like this just means we get to spend more time making land drops. So it denies us short-term mana, but in the long term, it's actually not that bad for us. Yep. Chart a Course. Do I want to cast Chart a Course? I think I might. What would I discard? Basically, let's cast it. It's card neutral. So, how many lands do I actually need here? I think I'm going to discard the... This is kind of tough, because we already played a land, right? Yeah, we already played a land, and we're going to cast Metalworker next turn. If Metalworker resolves, we don't need all these lands. So, yeah, I'm going to discard Island. It's just pretty likely we draw an island at some point, or any land. And if our opponent decides to not activate Rishadan Port, then we get to go Thran Dynamo. Into Metalworker, even. Selfless Spirit, you got it. Do we take 1? That seems good to me so far. So they're going to tap down our Mountain. Oh, they let me draw? I'm not going to play around Mana Tithe. That just felt like a misclick from them. Yeah, let's do this. And if they have Swords or Path, that's okay. Just getting the ridiculous amount of mana in play seems better for us. And now something like Armageddon doesn't really stop us. Okay, so they have a pretty good clock. Oh, please swing with the Vampire. I hope they don't realize what Mother of Runes... Okay, opponent is smart. Never mind. So, we have a bunch of mana now. First Lightning. Okay. So, let's start with a... both Frantic Search and Manamorphose are similar, but starting with Manamorphose gives us more information. So I'm just going to go blue-red, or I guess red colorless, because I don't really... Yeah, we'll do that. Red, this. And then we're going to add just blue-red, I guess. Lotus Bloom, okay. So that's a bunch more mana for Metalworker. I mean, we might as well cast Frantic Search because we have so many draw 7s that would be awesome right now. So let's do that. Like Memory Jar. Okay, Impulse can probably find it. So let's discard. I'm not particularly short on mana, so I don't think Runaway Steamkin is super necessary. I kind of wish I had activated Metalworker and then gone for the discard. I think I'm going to go Steamkin and Mountain here. Because Lotus Bloom represents 2 mana right now. Okay, let's do that. Untap 3 lands. Let's go that, that, that. Now we're going to cast Impulse. Hopefully find like Memory Jar. Ooh, Thousand Year Storm. Honestly, I think Brain Freeze Memory Jar might just be lethal, right? Probably. Put the rest on the bottom. I can't imagine my opponent has an Eldrazi, so we're gonna do this. Get all of this mana. 6 mana. Then I can go... Right now, Brain Freeze mills for... That's gonna be 4, so it's gonna be for 12. So I do need to generate kind of a lot more Storm here. I can cast these 2. So right now I have enough Storm to put them down to 4 cards in library, and that's not enough. So I think I'm gonna go Memory Jar first. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Lotus just costs 2 mana for a Storm count. I think that's fine. I'm gonna suspend Lotus Bloom so it's gone. And I kind of want to just go Memory Jar and then Brain Freeze them and hope to hit Wheel of Fortune. That seems like the best route. Let's play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can go land Wheel of Fortune, so that seems fine. Yeah, okay. And I want to tap Gilded Lotus for blue. So we Brain Freeze them. Triple blue. Yeah. And then just hope to hit... Wait, I gotta make sure this isn't lethal here. So Storm count's 5. This goes up to 6. That would be 7. So that would be 21. Plus Memory Jar is another 7, that'd be 28. So they have 1 card left. They draw down to 0. I like going for the perfect kill, because Wheel of Fortune's somewhere in our deck. And we go down to 2. Yeah, let's go for the perfect kill here. So I can pop Memory Jar in response. Now let's just mill them and see what's going on first. Same targets. Yeah, 11, they'd be down to 8 cards left. So let's see what they got. There we go. Land, Wheel of Fortune. Good game, sir. All right. Sideboarding starts now. So they are aggro. I'm kind of in for Grim Lavamancer as a way to like just pick off their creatures. Maybe Firebolt is just better. And then what do I cut? Like, my deck is kind of perfect. Like, it did everything it was supposed to. Maybe Runaway Steamkin is just worse. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut that card. Well, I kind of regret it. Steamkin would have been great in this hand, but so is Firebolt. Can't really be too mad. Past in Flames, okay. Not gonna play the Mox. Our opponent has shown Disenchant, so we're just gonna hold up Burst Lightning. We can also just Firebolt anything they play. And if their plan is just to Rishid import us, that's okay. We have Mox Sapphire and Mox Jet. Well, they did not Rishid import us, so this is the price. You have Mana Tithe, you have Mana Tithe. Opponent really needs to work their games with Rishid import. Unfortunately, we need to draw a draw 7 here because okay, we gotta kill him. Good thing we have Incinerate, Manamorphose. So, I mean, we have to kill Gideon no matter what, so I'm just going to Incinerate him. I kind of want to save Manamorphose, but we also have Past in Flames, so I'm just going to do this. Red that. I'm going to add red. Oh, we get 2. All right, double red. Impulse, let's play a blue. Wow, this deck is so gross. Or Lotus Bloom, Memory Jar, Island. I'm kind of down for Memory Jar. I want probably lands and then the bloom. And I don't really see a need to play anything else, so I think we're just going to set up for Memory Jar, and that can like really fill our graveyard, and then Past in Flames. Disenchant on Thran Dynamo would be kind of gross though. Elspeth, okay, I'm cool with this. Oh, this was the matchup I said I would bring in Mana Flare, but honestly I think it's just not necessary. Like right now it's just worse than Thran Dynamo. Ooh, I do like Faithless Looting. Let's start there. With Past in Flames, Faithless Looting is just disgusting. Ooh, Time Spiral. Kind of want to discard these two and then just play a Memory Jar. Because Burst Lightning Kicked only does 4. I'm not really that scared about Elspeth. Okay. Discard these two. Go Island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Memory Jar. And then we have Time Spiral as a backup if things get sour. Get sour? Is that I don't know what these expressions I'm saying are. But you know what I mean. If things go bad, we have Time Spiral to reshuffle. But currently our game plan is just to like Memory Jar and hope to hit some good stuff. And honestly, Memory Jar into Wheel Past in Flames could get there. Sure, take 4. This deck is gross. I can't believe we went back-to-back Moxen. History of Benalia. Okay, so opponent is pressuring us. Like, this will kill us in probably 2 turns. And they're going to port down our island, which is a little sad. I kind of want a Memory Jar now. This maximizes our chances of having good stuff. I'm going to wait for them to port us, and then I'll like Memory Jar in response to the port. So the thing I'm saying is, if we Memory Jar now, then we get 8 cards in hand. If we Memory Jar after our draw step, we go down to 7. And doing it now, we could hit some really good stuff. We're just going to set up for next turn, though. That's fine. No reason. We're just going to hit our normal draw. Okay, that's good. So we're going to try and play lands off the jar, because that's just better. So let's do that. And then we're going to try and kill him with like Past in Flames, Brain Freeze or something. Oh, that's good. So let's go this, Seething Song. Wait, do I want to start off with Charter Course? Definitely going Island. So Charter Course can find us Goblin Electromancer, but we're just going to play we're just going to kill them here. Seething Song. How much mana do we have? So this is 1 Storm, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15. Yeah, we could just kill them right now. They don't have a Gideon Planeswalker in play, so we do that, and then we cast Metamorph with black mana because that doesn't do anything. Paying 2 life. This mana in black and red, and it's going to enter as Thran Dynamo, so it costs nothing. That's going to add a bunch of mana. We still have all this. I'm just going to float everything so I know what's going on. I can cast Charter Course. Discard 2. Don't really need these. Oh, discard 1. Okay, cast LED. Cast Wheel of Fortune puts us up to 5. And then we can Brain Freeze in response. And that should just be lethal. Okay, so hold control. Cast Wheel. And now Brain Freeze them. Mills them. And I guess I crack Lion's Eye Diamond for... We win the match, okay. Who knew the Wheel of Fortune Brain Freeze combo would get there? Nice. See you guys round 2. All right. Round 2. Going first. Oh, man. This hand is close. So if we hit a land, we can, like, Impulse. This deck mulligans really well. We can do better. Ugh. Maybe it doesn't mulligan well. We're being punished by the magic gods. This is a turn 1 Goblin Electromancer. So if we draw a Wheel of Fortune, okay. 1,000-Year Storm. Thanks. That's going on the bottom. Alright, turn 1 Goblin Electromancer, and then we just gotta draw some card draw here. I've seen worse starts. This would have been a very good hand to use the London mulligan. Really hope they implement it. It makes limited so much more fun. Ah, just a stinky elf. Alright, Wheel of Fortune. I'm okay with Island. It can Past in Flames for 0. I will be attacking them. Although 1,000-Year Storm is on the bottom of our deck. But we could go like Seething Song, Past in Flames, Mind's Desire or something. No! Alright, we need Incinerate now. Wheel of Fortune into Incinerate. Let's go. Mountain. That's not the best. Okay. Electroman going down. Yep, he did. This was a mold of 5, right? Or maybe 4. I think it might have been 4. I guess I can check the, Yeah, this is a mold of 5. Get out of here. So what do we do that gets us back? Wheel of Fortune basically is it. And fortunately, opponent doesn't exactly know what we're doing. They can assume Storm by the Goblin Electromancer, but this card has some value in other decks as well. No! Alright, Seething Song is now good. Lands are good. We got outs. I mean, this is assuming opponent doesn't do anything with their like 300 really good mana, but right now it's just anemic creature beatdown. Prime time? Sphinx. Alright. Alright, that's a way back in the game. Metamorph. Copy you. Go ahead. We're just gonna draw a bunch, and then I'm gonna kill them off of Memory Jar. I think that's what's gonna happen. No! No! Fine. Opponent had all the tricks. Well, I think, honestly, with my opponent having Sphinx in play, just stealing this game off Brain Freeze is not out of the question. Like, just going Brain Freeze on their turn to, like, mill the... Whoa. Yep, we gotta mill them out. That's our best game plan here. Yes, sir, you may draw more cards. This is acceptable in my book. So they're gonna get a bunch of cards. We're gonna die very soon, but basically we're at the point now where we can go, like, Wheel of Fortune into land, Mox, Brain Freeze, and that might mill them, depending on how much they draw right now. They chose to draw, okay. So yeah, basically next turn, I mean, Memory Jar into all of that also works. So as long as we survive and they don't have any like meaningful interaction, how much damage are we taking? 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, it's exactly lethal. Don't see the secrets, opponent. Don't attack with the elf. No, stop. Don't attack with master. Yes, they didn't want to kill it. That was lethal, right? We're going to be at 3 life. Yes, okay. So, Memory Jar costs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we just Memory Jar into Brain Freeze, I think that's 7 plus 6 is 10. It's very close. If we find any Moxen or anything, I mean, obviously they could have a counter spell, Nature's Claim, but especially if they draw off Sphinx right now. Oh, okay, we're getting close. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I need double red? I think double blue. Let's see, Faithless Looting. I know I want to cast Brain Freeze. I'm just gonna do this. All right, you might just die. If they say yes to any of the Sphinx triggers, we could kill them with Wheel. Oh, this is the best example of death by greed. Okay, so what do we do now? We can Manamorphose, that's a start. And I'm gonna filter black mana. We gotta find Brain Freeze off of this Manamorphose, I think. Red, black, and I'm just gonna add red, red. Alright, deck. Brain Freeze off the top one time. Island. They may say yes. Man. I don't think there's anything left in our deck, but I just want them to know how close they got to dying. LED. Oh gosh. I definitely should have kept open red. Oh, that was a huge mistake. Because this turn right now, I could have gone... No, wait, never mind, that doesn't work. Forget what I said. I was gonna say I could have gone Faithless Looting and then crack LED for mana, but that's not how that works, so... We got real close. But, alright, moving on. Opponent now... That was a Mold of 5 and we got them down to 1 card in library. Wait. No. Okay, so I was thinking Edric might kill them, but Edric is a trigger. So they would kill me and then have a card draw trigger on the stack, so it wouldn't actually matter. Okay. Given their deck, do I really care about Firebolt? Not really. Nah, we're just gonna run it back. Alright, deck. Going first, good hands. If we get a mountain, this is a good hand. There are like 8 red sources in the deck, and we're on the play. The problem is this hand does like actually nothing otherwise, and it has no mana acceleration. So it'll just be like a turn 3 wheel discarding Time Spiral. Alright, we're gonna mulligan. This hand is better. That card is not good. I should have sided. I don't think that card is just... I just think it's bad in general. Suspend. Go land. Mox. And there's really no reason to Brain Freeze them because I think we're just going to Time Spiral. And Impulse doesn't do much, so I'm just going to pass. I kind of want to draw next turn and then cast Impulse. Well, that's a problem. The thing is, Fast Bond and Mono Green or like Blue Green, really not at its best. Okay, I'm gonna draw naturally and then cast Impulse here. Because we want lands. Or, yeah, so now we can Impulse for a mountain in particular. And then Faithless Looting. Yeah. Because I don't really need this Brain Freeze. Don't really need... Oh, interesting. So, I can discard... Huh. So I can either cast Time Spiral into an opponent who has Fast Bond in play, or I can cast Thousand Year Storm when I have Faithless Looting in my graveyard to trigger it. Because I could discard... Right now I could discard Brain Freeze Time Spiral and then keep land Thousand Year Storm. Interesting. Then I have no way to reshuffle, and I lose Brain Freeze as a win condition, though. I think it's probably better just to keep Time Spiral land. That keeps the mana flowing, and we could just always reshuffle and hit Thousand Year Storm. If we didn't have to discard Brain Freeze, like, maybe, but given that that's our main win condition, it seems better. Ugh. Fast Bond's so gross against our deck. Yep. So Bloom down to 1. Island. I don't really see the need to flashback Faithless Looting. I can draw Mox, trading this land for a Mox, but I guess that's fine. I don't really want it in my new hand. No, I'm gonna wait. Faithless Looting is a good failsafe if Time Spiral gets countered, and we kind of just want this land. It's very unfortunate that our opponent is fast bonding. Oh. Alright. Uptick Karn. Exile Mountain. Sure. Well, we got an uphill battle. I'm pretty glad I discarded Brain Freeze, because that's our only way out of this. And let's draw Mox Jet. Would be the best possible draw. No, Lion's Eye Diamond would kind of be better. Mox Jet LED, let's go. Island. Faithless Eating, you have betrayed me. Alright, let's just... What is 3 cards in hand? See, if I pass, they just exile Lotus Bloom. I'm just going to Time Spiral here, cracking this for a bunch of red. And we're going to float this single red. Untap, untap, tap. Unfortunate we don't have enough lands here. So I can Burst Lightning with Kicker down the Karn. I can cast Metalworker. I can Metamorph a Mox, that seems pretty bad. Or I can just start off Impulse. I think I'm going to play the Mox. This is kind of tough because I can either cast Impulse or Metalworker. But honestly, Metalworker doesn't do that much. So maybe I just cast Chart a Course. Get more information. Yeah, I'm on board. Do that. And that way I can discard Metalworker if things go south. Ooh, I like the Goblin. Yeah, Metalworker's bad. So, in order to kill Goblin Electromancer, they would need to lose their Karn. That seems fine to me. So we just play Goblin Electroman. We can Impulse and set up for next turn. Okay. And we have... What do we exile the Karn? Maybe Burst Lightning? Okay. Killing our artifacts seems good. Yep. When it playing lands, they're losing life. Maybe I keep Burst Lightning. That can be like a very easy 1000-year storm kill. Just like, oh, I need to... They're upticking. Okay, so... Metamorph is like a pretty good failsafe. Maybe I Impulse first. Yeah, let's Impulse first, see what we're drawing, and then we can decide what to exile. Because like if we're drawing a mountain, we could just exile the island. Lotus Bloom, Jar, Mountain, Mountain. How much mana do we have next turn? If we draw a Memory Jar... The thing is we have to top deck a mountain in that case, right? Because they exiled one mountain. But if we let's say we top deck a mountain, so we go mountain, 2 mana cast Seething Song, get 5, use that to play Memory Jar, we still have 3 mana up. Because right now we don't have any card draw. And Faithless Looting's in our graveyard. I think I'm gonna take mountain. It's kind of a long-term play. And I want Memory Jar than the rest. And we're just gonna exile this island. And then we can hopefully attack Vivian Reed. And then Burst Lightning with Kicker on Karn? Dude! Come on! That's not even fair! Okay. I mean, we still have plenty of draws, though. I feel pretty rough about that pick now. If we had top decked that mountain, Memory Jar would be super live. Alright, let's go mountain. If they down tick on Karn, I can kill it instantly. So let's kill Vivian. They have 4 cards left. You have more interaction? Vendilion Click? Beast Within. That's so bad. I don't think I'm winning this one, guys. Ugh. Because I can go like Seething Song, Burst Lightning with Kicker on the Karn. I don't think that's going to work. Alright, Beast Within on the Goblin. Resolves. And I just have to pass. Karn is probably going to exile this mountain. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I needed a Burst Lightning in their face, but I think now our game plan is to like metamorph a Sphinx they play or something. Exiling from my hand. Karn restarts at 14. Thing is, I need mountains. I could exile Burst Lightning because Thousand Year Storm doesn't do a whole lot now. Past in Flames doesn't do much either. Yeah, I think I just have to metamorph something they own. Oh, this is hard. I think I gotta exile this. I think I need lands. And I just gotta hope they like tap out for a Sphinx or something big. Whisperwood Elemental. That does deck them quicker. Trigon Predator. Wow, they have all the artifact destruction right now. I hope I get a game 3 against this opponent, because these games have been pretty rough from like our mana situations. Or at least game 1. This game's been good. Okay, so they have a morph. We're not doing anything. If a card to exile the hand, if we metamorph the Whisperwood, Vivian just kills it. This is not the best. Go ahead. The thing is, Karn Restart doesn't actually do a whole lot for them, because we can easily win the game with them having extra lands in play. So, yeah, we're exiling this mountain. I don't know, maybe I should have killed Vivian, but I think I'm basically leaving her in play because she gets cards out of their library at this point. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like Krasis. If they cast a big Krasis here, and then we go like Brain Freeze, Wheel of Fortune. God, they're playing so dangerously. I shouldn't have showed them all my secrets last time. We can literally just draw Wheel of Fortune and go Seething Song, Wheel of Fortune into Brain Freeze. They draw cards. They're like, there's no way he can kill me, because they didn't see the Brain Freeze. Master of the Wild Hunt. And that manifests. Okay. Come on, deck. Wheel of Fortune. Holy cow. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. We cast Seething Song. Wow, this is insane. Seething Song here. We get red mana to use for Wheel of Fortune. Brain Freeze off the top with like a couple spells. Okay, I'm sitting up in my chair. We got lands. This is really good. Let's play land. Brain Freeze just does it, I think. I think opponent might have gotten greedy. So let's start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can't generate mana yet. I kind of want to find Frantic Search. Let's start there. This digs the deepest. Incinerate Mind's Desire. Please, deck. Incinerate to their face doesn't do anything. And I cannot... I'm gonna have 5 mana. I already played a land. 6 mana would just win the game, I think. Okay, so... We're so close! Can they kill us next turn? I guess this is the other question. I think Gilded Lotus is bad against Vivian, so I'm gonna discard Lotus. And I already played a land, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna discard Island. Untap these 3. Alright. We need... Yeah, this never generates mana, because we cast it for 2 and then we have to play these spells. I'm going to Manamorphose red for red. We gotta hit Brain Freeze off the top here, so fingers crossed. Brain Freeze! Oh, they gotta do this. Brain Freeze! Oh! There is justice in the world! Okay, let's go Steamkin. I have to make sure I keep enough mana. This is the best... Oh my god, we have a shot. Steamkin? Storm count is 5, that's Mills 15. Brain Freeze you? Please win. Oh my gosh. Yes! Okay. Game 3. We gotta play our hearts out here. So, my heart's pumping. I will win this game. Mark my words. I'm just going to run it back. I think our burn is good. Maybe I don't like how many artifacts I have. Like, maybe Metalworker is pretty bad just because they've shown like 300 ways to kill it. And Mana Flare is just better? Yeah, Metalworker is a bit suspect. I don't know if I like Mana Flare though. Maybe a Braid or Trinket Mage to find artifacts. I think I'm gonna run Duretti. Duretti seems kind of good instead of Metalworker. Let's run it back. All right, deck. Come on, good opening hand. That's acceptable. Let's keep. Let's draw some Mox in now. That is more than acceptable. Okay. Moxing off the top would be like the dream. But even then, Seething Song into like Gilded Lotus Wheel of Fortune is a very strong play. Yep. Faithless Looting also pretty good. Alright, Electroman, do your thing. I can't believe I beat an active Karn and Vivian and Nature's Claim. Even if we lose this match, I counted a win in my book for winning that one. And we were one card away from winning the other one as well. Whisperwood doesn't do much. In fact, it mills them. The clock is fast, but they don't have interaction right now. Okay. I think this turn definitely wants to cast Seething Song. Go Island, Seething Song, Gilded Lotus, Wheel of Fortune, but then we do lose our Time Spiral. Island, Seething Song. Maybe Gilded Lotus Faithless Looting is just better. If they don't have a way to kill Gilded Lotus, we're like really well off, and Faithless Looting can find Goblin Welder. Yeah, that seems better to me. And we can even flash it back. Okay, I'm on board. Faithless Looting. Burst Lightning. Can actually cut them off of Vivian Reed mana? How much did I play land this turn? I did, okay. This is only turn 3, holy cow. So I kind of like just discarding our lands here and going Burst Lightning on Arbor Elf. Sure. They can sack Whisperwood Elemental to keep that alive, but if they don't kill the Lotus here, oh, we can flashback Faithless Looting. Do I want to flashback Faithless Looting? You can put more stuff in our graveyard for Duretti. We do have Duretti in our deck. Okay, I might as well. Because I could just discard both of them. Metamorph, Chart a Course. Yeah, both of these are better than those. Go. Yeah, because now we can like Duretti put Metamorph into play. So I think, yeah, just having our graveyard is more important. And if we Time Spiral next turn, that's also fine. Jite. Okay. We lose the Goblin, but that is not Vivian killing Gilded Lotus. Do I have any other creatures I care about? I kind of want to just block here. I take 4, they get Jite counters, but I sided out Metalworker, so it's just Goblin Welder that I care about. So saving life. Actually no. It as weird as it sounds, it actually saves more damage to take the hit and force them to kill the Goblin. Also, they could just not kill the Goblin because this gives them +2/+2. Yep, he's dead. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune costs 3. Time Spiral also costs 3. Ooh. This card shows up at all the wrong times. Basically the question is, do I want my graveyard? Because Wheel of Fortune puts them down. Is Past in Flames a good draw if I play Wheel? We have Seething Song into Mind's Desire. I think Wheel of Fortune's actually just better because we don't have the extra land to cast Time Spiral. Actually, we get one more turn. Yeah, so Wheel of Fortune's just better here. So let's cast Wheel. There's Past in Flames. Let's go Mox Sapphire. Am I going to Brain Freeze them this turn? I think I am. And then I could just set up for like a Memory Jar next turn. Also, I didn't hit a land. That's kind of gross. Mox Sapphire. Impulse for a land. Oh, Manamorphose. Storm count is 3, and then Manamorphose can make it 4. Brain Freeze for 5, mills them for 15. And then Memory Jar is just lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to hit a land off this Manamorphose. If we don't Manamorphose, then the Storm count is 4, Brain Freeze mills them for 12, and Memory Jar still kills them. Okay, so we're going to take the guaranteed route here. Take the Mountain. And go Mountain, Brain Freeze you. Yeah. I think that did the math right here. I hope I did. I did not. They're 9, they go down to 8. No, I didn't do the math. It's okay. Past and... Ugh, gross. 1, 2, 3... It probably doesn't matter. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this is going to be so close. The GT counters might just kill me, though. Master. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I messed up. If we top deck a land, we could have killed them. Oh, no! Whisperwood! Whisperwood is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Memory Jar? Wait for their draw step and win the game? Because if I do it now, they go down to 0. But if I just do it after they draw, we could just kill them. Do we win? We win the match! Yes! We're in the finals. Okay. Oh, I almost messed that up with the... I don't know if it was messed up, but basically it was a calculated risk of, do I cast Manamorphose because I need to hit a land so that I can cast Memory Jar next turn? I think I should have cast the Manamorphose in hindsight, because I didn't know that Whisperwood Elemental was going to put them down a card. That's beautiful. See you guys in the finals. Alright, we are in the finals. Let's see. This hand has a bunch of lands, Past in Flames. I'm actually going to keep this. I cut Runaway Steamkin for Firebolt. I think just the early interaction is more important. And Steamkin, every time it's been in my hand, I've been like, I don't really want that. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune, Past in Flames. Pretty sick combo. So we're going to lead on Island. We're going to turn 2, probably just chart a course. I don't think just casting Brain Freeze for 3 is really worth it, but you never know. Stoneforge Mystic. It depends on what the opponent gets. I think Batterskull would be the thing I would most like to see, or like sort of Light and Shadow, if that's even still in the cube. That card is so bad. In Vintage Cube. Like, there's a lot of times Sword of Light and Shadow is great, don't call me wrong, but in this matchup, Sword of Light and Shadow is not what they want to see. Skull, that is... Okay, alright, you got it, dude. I can Firebolt the Stoneforge and just take 1, or I can cast Chart a Course and be more mana efficient. I like want them to Skull Clamp now. Is that bad? We're charting a course right now. Ooh, Sheldock's going to be active very soon. The question is, can I afford to take a turn off? But discard a Mountain. We can decide later. I always think Chart a Course discards 2, like Faithless Looting, but it's so good because it only discards 1. All right, opponent, you can clamp your tokens and stuff. Blade Splicer, sure. Take some damage. Mox Jet's pretty good. I'm gonna play Sheldock because we're gonna Wheel of Fortune and go down to 20. Alright, Goblin Electro Man, do your worst. Welder, Mountain, Mountain. So I can do a couple things. The real question is, am I going to Wheel of Fortune next turn? Because I can go Mox Jet, Firebolt something, Brain Freeze them, and then Skull Clamp is basically turned off. How much damage is that? Or deck damage. So this is Storm Count 1, 2, 3. So that mills them for 9 down to 21. Wheel of Fortune puts them down to 14, and then I can just Past in Flames. Yeah, that seems acceptable. Firebolt, killing Stoneforge. I don't care about their life total or the first strike. And then Brain Freeze, Storm Count of 2. Same targets. Okay. Oh, they have black. That's good to know. Like, Thoughtseize could be hitting us. Good thing we have Past in Flames. Transform the landing. So, right now we get another turn. We kind of need another turn. What is this? Oh boy, oh boy. That is not what I expected. All right. Well. Ooh. Lion's Eye Diamond is actually very good here. Past in Flames costs 5. We got another turn. We can Sheldock this turn. Okay. We got outs. I'm going to... If Sheldock had hit anything better, we would have been just destroying. Like Thousand Year Storm. But Sheldock making a Goblin Electromancer, I think can give us a pretty good shot. We get birds. Do they Skull Clamp? This is the question. No. Am I dead next turn no matter what? So right now I'm taking 4. I fall down to 7. And then I take... Wait, let me count this. I take I block the lifelink, I take 4, I fall down to 8. And then next turn, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't just die. I think it's worth going for this. They would need a sorcery speed exile. Cast this. Block here. Yeah, because I also have Goblin Electromancer chumping the Golem next turn to keep us alive. If it comes to that. Are they going to clamp a token? Please, God. Please clamp the token. Yes! Oh, this deck is amazing because it capitalizes on human greed. That's not a good draw. Now what? We can suspend Bloom. We get another turn. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess if they can kill the Electromancer, we don't, but Past in Flames costs 4 currently, and Wheel of Fortune costs 2, so we can do this. So LED, let's add a bunch of red, and then cast Past in Flames. And then Wheel of Fortune using, I think red-blue is good. There's no way I can brain freeze them now, right? No, I think I gotta find like a Moxen or something and then set that up. So let's start with Wheel. If I can find land into Frantic Search, that would be great. Wow. Mox Sapphire. I don't actually have the red for Manamorphose right now. That's unfortunate. But I think I could actually just brain freeze them out. They're down to 10. I could just kill them right now. Brain freeze, Storm Count of 4, mills them for 12. Okay. That was easy. And I get to see their deck too. Bitter Blossom, Kaya, Gideon, Figure, Bodyguard. They have Black Lotus, that's scary. Okay, their deck's not good. Past turn, I guess? They just showed me their deck and then they die in their draw. Okay, I'm okay with this. So opponent's aggressive. I think I like a Braid. I think so. Over, what did I bring in? I thought I brought in Duretti. Wait, what did I sideboard in for the Runaway Steamkin? I honestly don't know. Oh, Firebolt. That's what I brought in. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think this is fine. I'm considering the Mana Flare, actually. But with only 14 lands, no, it's bad. If they have Black Lotus, Mind Twist, sure. But we're doing some stuff with this deck. Can I do better? I think I keep this. Electromancer is just so incredibly powerful in the deck that if we rip a mountain in the next 2 draw steps, I don't see how we lose. Because we can go Electromancer turn 2, and then turn 4 we can cast Time Spiral off of Manamorphose. Okay, well, of all the hands to have a bad starting hand, this is acceptable. Turn 1 Stoneforge. Umezawa's Jite. No! No! Electroman! Oh, goodness. This went from great to terrible in about 3 seconds. I now don't see how I win this game. Because they just equip Jite and swing. Maybe I can get them if I draw Mountain this turn with like an end of turn Incinerate and then hope they pump instead of using the thing. Mountain? Impulse. Alright. Well, we don't have these in our hand anymore. That's how that works. But they only have 4 cards in hand. Jite kills pretty quick, but not... We got 3 turns? 2 turns, I guess? Smuggler's Copter. Figure. Figure is problematic. I'm going to Impulse and Response, make them think I have Daze or something. Okay. I don't think I want to be alive long enough for Lotus Bloom. Frantic Search is like really good at turning on Shellduck Isle. And then Shellduck Isle can be like a way to just steal a game that we otherwise had no shot at winning. We could also just try and get them with Mountain, Incinerate, Stoneforge. Mountain's probably the best pickup here. Or Frantic Search finding a Mountain. Because then Frantic Search is in our graveyard. No, I'm just gonna take the Mountain. Frantic Search, Shellduck, Lotus Bloom. Okay. Okay. It's a good card. So, how do I do this? I think I just try and get them with Incinerate on... Oh, let's just use all of our mana here. Let's do this, add red. Yeah. Manamorphose. Red. Cast the Electromancer. And then Opponent, maybe I try and give them priority here. I can try and kill the Stoneforge, but Stoneforge honestly doesn't do anything. I'm just going to kill the figure now. And then they use the GT counters to kill the Electromancer. And then we have Wheel of Fortune as a pretty good backup. Okay. They got one creature in play. They got 2 cards in hand. Could be worse. Again, this was the opponent's Black Lotus start, so that crews the Copter. We take 4 this turn, and then next turn we take 9. So we're not dead unless they have a creature. So basically casting Wheel of Fortune with nothing else kills us. Okay, now we're dead. That was a pretty good sequence there. Alright, deck. Show me what you got. Phyrexian Metamorph. That can copy Fairgrounds Warden. And what do I do here? Metamorph copies Fairgrounds Warden, exiles like the Vampire. It buys us a turn. It can even block Stoneforge. Metalworker we play, they just kill with GT. So, okay, I guess we're doing this. Full cost Phyrexian Metamorph. Copy this. And it's just going to eat the Vampire. It could also eat their Fairgrounds Warden. No, I'm just going to eat the creature I know I can kill. Because then they have to use the Fairgrounds Warden to crew the Copter. And we get a free block. And this is going to die, so... we're just trying to buy time. That's all we're doing. Obviously we lose to Mind Twist off the top, but... it is what it is. Because now Seething Song into Time Spiral is a very legitimate out. So deck, you heard me. Seething Song off the top. Smokestack, sweet. Alright. Sacrifice 0. Seething Song. Mountain. So we're like super dead. In fact, if they had equipped GT to the Copter, that would have just been better. But let's go... we just gotta get lucky here. Mountain, Wheel of Fortune. Past in Flames, Goblin Welder. Interesting. I might be able to buy another turn. And then Past in Flames can do some stuff. Okay, let's go Mox. Right now, GT represents 6 damage. So GT on Smuggler's Copter is just lethal. Maybe I can't just win. Maybe if they like really mess up, we can get them. Alright, we're gonna Firebolt this. Oh, they just let it happen. I guess we're just dead. Alright, we're just gonna hope they don't see Equip to Copter here, and we're just gonna discard this island. Go ahead. And I'm gonna have to F6. If they don't realize they can equip GT to Smuggler's Copter... no, we're just dead anyway. Never mind. Nothing here matters. Bodyguard, Bodyguard Cruise. Oh man. They're going deep. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. As long as they attack with it, I'm gonna scoop. Alright, we're dead. We did. Okay. Game 3 in the finals. I really, really want to win this one. A Braid seems kind of important. And honestly, I'm not that stoked about Burst Lightning. It's probably good. Thousand Year Storm has seemed pretty bad, but that's just because we haven't we haven't gotten it at the right times. In with a Braid. Honestly, it's only GT that can kill our creature, so if they just don't have the turn 1 GT start, I think we're really good. It's really, the question is like, what of these amazing cards do I get rid of from my deck? And I think probably just get rid of Burst Lightning, because the flashback on Firebolt's kind of relevant. Alright, we're on the play. No Black Lotus from the opponent, and this is a good start, so let's do it. Turn 1 Impulse. Cast. Cast. And I think... oh, I didn't mean to do that main phase. I got a little excited there. I'm kind of digging Goblin Welder, because I already have Wheel of Fortune, so I don't need Time Spiral or Past in Flames. Sure, we'll take that. Yeah, that was a little hasty. I should have waited on Impulse, but it is what it is. Alright, got Library. I have a Wheel of Fortune here. Firebolt. I'm just gonna play Metalworker. This card is amazing. And then next turn, if they play a creature, I can like Firebolt it, play Goblin Welder, and then Wheel of Fortune. 2 mana for Stoneforge again, turn 2. Thalia. That is a good Firebolt target. Oh, that's pretty good. So Metalworker, reveal, LED. Firebolt Thalia. Let's go Mountain Goblin Welder. The problem with this play in particular is that it leaves us susceptible to them mind twisting us. And I could just Wheel of Fortune right now. I think it's way too greedy to go for the Welder play. We're just going to Wheel of Fortune. So let's cast this. Use this. Crack Wheel. Floating a bunch of red off LED. Okay. Yeah, I just don't want to get mind twisted and lose Wheel of Fortune and be out of the game. They didn't have it, but we have Frantic Search, Manamorphose, and Mind's Desire. I think I just wait. I don't see a reason not to just wait. Mind's Desire can just straight up win the game. If Frantic Search finds artifacts for Metalworker, we can get a ton of mana. Yeah, I don't think Library was the card for them there. I mean, Thalia was definitely the card for them. That card can just destroy us, but without Thalia, their deck's pretty anemic. Okay. That was a good disenchant. But we keep our Mox Jet. Sheldock Isle is super busted right now. I'm okay with that. Come on, good cards. Thousand Year Storm? Wow. That's gotta be good, right? Memory Jar can also... Nah, TYS with Frantic Search Manamorphose is kind of the most disgusting thing I could imagine. Pass turn. And if we top deck, probably Faithless Looting would be the best top deck. Yeah, because we could go like Faithless Looting, Manamorphose, Frantic Search, but it doesn't matter. Yep. Yep. Sure. I think we're winning this one, guys. Lotus Bloom. Okay, that's something to discard at least. So let's go Island, Sheldock Isle, the Thousand Year Storm. Cast this. So Frantic Search actually seems better than Manamorphose because it gives us a bunch of mana. I'm going to start with Manamorphose though. So we're going to add red-black. No copies. Draw 2. I think I'm just going to add blue-red. Chart of Course is pretty great, but I actually cannot cast both, so let's Frantic Search. Pulling up a blue, I guess. So we get another copy. Discard Bloom and Mountain. We just have to not deck ourselves now. 1, 2, 3. Float mana. That's pretty good. Discard 2 lands. 1, 2, 3. Mox Sapphire seems good. I can... What else can I do? I can play Chart of Course? That seems pretty good. Draw 2, discard. Thran Dynamo's mana neutral. I think I could just Brain Freeze them out now. I mean, we can Abrade killing Figure and Jite. I don't really need that. Okay. Oh, Incinerate's great. Let's discard a mountain or island. Discard an island. Now I can like incinerate their face. Brain Freeze Storm Count is high enough. I think I can just win. So let's just go. Thran Dynamo basically costs 1 mana here. So I can go Thran Dynamo, and that still gives me enough mana to Metamorph the Dynamo, incinerate them, and Brain Freeze. Alright, that seems good. Thran Dynamo, add all of that. Actually, I kind of want to keep Metamorph as a failsafe. Let's just Brain Freeze them, and then incinerate them. Because Incinerate 7 times is also lethal. So we're just getting the double kill right now. Because why not? Oh, Incinerate doesn't have the Storm, but that's okay. That was a mistake, but it's fine. Brain Freeze you out. Unless they started in Eldrazi, they dead. Same targets. Yo, Eldrazi! We win in this game. Oh, opponent wanted to draw. Yes! Oh my gosh. Thank you. Wow. The Magic Gods did some good things to us in round 2. But my goodness, was this deck beautiful. Hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. And I never say this, but if you enjoyed this, maybe subscribe because we actually have a lot of sweet decks like this. And see you guys real soon.